Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. You already know it's Granna, so that means it's kitchen talk time. So let's just hop into it. Okay. It is November, guys. November. Wow, these months are flying by. So we're into the right into the second week of November, and want to go ahead and send shout outs to everybody that's having a birthday this month. Happy birthday. Anyone that's having an anniversary, anything you're celebrating. I do have a couple of birthdays this month to celebrate. My granddaughter's birthday this month. She's really getting into that in teen years. So happy birthday to her. My brother's birthday is this month. He would have been 58 years old this month. He did not live to see it. He passed away 7 months ago. But today is his birthdays. I have nieces and nephews and, a lot of people that's celebrating their birthdays this month. So anyone that's celebrating a birthday this month, guys, y'all, have a great birthday and just enjoy it. Just really enjoy it. This time is rolling by. We're about 3 weeks away from Thanksgiving. And then we're like about 6 weeks away from Christmas. And we'll be getting ready to get into 2024. Yeah, I am so grateful and so blessed for each day that God allows me to get up and be in this right state of mind and body parts all moving and all that. I'm just so grateful. It is just so much that has going on this year. Dealing with different health issues, dealing with the loss of loved ones. And, it's just a lot that has, going on. We always hear that cliche, life is short. We don't know when we're going to leave up out of here or when is our last day. All that is true. All that is so true. So I want to just jump into that just a little bit deeper with you guys today. I know this conversation is a conversation that people just don't like to have. This light is got me burning up, guys. I'm trying to turn it just a little bit. And it's a conversation that we as people don't like to have. We don't like to talk about death until it happened. It's something that we cannot change. We cannot avoid it. We can't run away from it. It's going to happen. For all of us, we're going to have to go through that process. Nobody knows when that's going to happen, and it's just like a taboo conversation that we tend to stay away from. We are so unprepared for that time. We never prepare for that time. We'll go out for a whole year and plan out our vacation. We'll plan our vacation out for the whole year. And if it's something that we can, pay on, like a cruise or, a resort vacation or anything like that, they have it where you set up the payments and make the payments on it. We're going to make those payments because this is something we want to do and we want to enjoy. And it's just, that should be the same thought pattern you have when it comes to planning and preparing for your death, for that time when it comes, so that it take out less stress for your loved one, for your family member, because it's going to happen. So we should have that same thought process when it comes to that as we do with everything. I mean, we will make sure monthly we're paying our car insurance, our health insurance, our mortgage insurance on our house. We make sure we paying all these other things, our bills, our credit card bills, our car payment. We are consistent when it comes to paying for the necessities that we need just to get by month to month. And it's like we're robust. It's programming our brain to do this. But when it comes to preparing for our transition, our passing, we don't do that. You know, I've experienced it. I've seen it in my family. I've seen it in other family. I've talked to other people and friends that have had a loved one to pass, and they were so unprepared financially to lay that loved person to rest, whether it was by burial or by cremation. They were just not prepared at all, period. And it was a very stressful, it is a very stressful time. I mean, you already on top of having all these emotions going on with just the loss, then you have to add to the extra stress and emotional of the financial part of how you're going to do this. You know, another reason why I wanted to talk about this, I was actually on social media earlier and I saw this young lady did a GoFundMe. Y'all, social media, it just be having too much going on sometimes. But this young lady had on there a GoFundMe that she needed help to bury her mother, and she was, had set up the GoFundMe and had a picture of her mother up there, and she was saying, please help me to lay my mother to rest. And I felt her in my heart. I did. I was like, wow, it's really crazy. It's gotten to the point where we have this tool, social media, where we can go on here and ask people to help to bury our loved one because we was not prepared. I'm not trying to be, mean or harsh or anything, but it's the truth. We was not prepared for this. So now that person and a lot of us was not prepared. So now they have their loved one out here on social media asking people to help them. And there are some scams. I know I've heard on social media where people have set up these GoFundMes and got in money for someone that was sick. They hadn't even passed, and that person came through it and they kept all this money. So yeah, there are scams out there too. But when I was watching that, it made me think about, start thinking about how unprepared we as people can be when we prepare ourselves for everything else. Like I said, I don't care what it is, vacation or whatever. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. And everything has went up. Everything, I understand, you could get a policy back in the day, maybe a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 policy for like $20, $30 a month. And now you may be able to get that same value of a policy for maybe $20,000, $25,000 when you're paying $100 a month. So everything has gone up in price, and the burial process and stuff is the same. It goes up too. That goes up for whatever different reason. The funeral home people, the people that has to handle you, handle that process for you, they, their fees has gone up. Back in the day, you could get a cremation for like $1,200 to $1,500 to be cremated because it wasn't as popular procedure. It wasn't a popular thing they did, 15 years ago. A lot of people were still doing the burial. They wasn't doing a lot of, cremations. But now, since it has become more popular for people to be cremated and people are choosing to be cremated, then that has gone up. A cremation is over $5,000, at least from the experience that I've had just in the last month. In the month of October, I lost 2 loved ones, and they both was cremated, and it was over $5,000 for that cremation. So everything goes up, But these are things that need to be talked about. These are things you need to talk about with your family members. If you can have enough nerves to let them know you want to be buried or cremated, then you need to go a little deeper with that. You need to let them know what type, you need to talk about policy. You need to talk about if you have a policy or you don't have a policy. If you don't have a policy, you need to sit down with your kids or your loved one or whoever and like, look, I know I'm going to leave here one day. Hopefully it's a long time from now. I'm not saying nothing's wrong or nothing is going on. But I do not have a policy, and I need to get one, and I'm going to need y'all assistance in helping me with this policy. You need to have those conversations. And once you get those conversations started, just be open about them. Just be open. Just tell them everything you need to know. If you own a car, if you have a home, if you have jewelry, if you have some clothing, if you have anything that you want them to know, to have and know about, sit down and write that stuff down and talk to your loved ones about it and let them know. You can write down all this stuff and put it inside an envelope and have it in a safe place and let them know where it's at. If you have an insurance policy, write down the contact information, write down the value of that insurance policy, let them know where it's at, who they need to contact, let them know how long you've had that policy. Some policies have a time frame on them where you have to have them for a year or maybe 2 years before they actually pay out in full. Let them know all this information, just like you would let them know about anything else that's going on in your life. You have to have these hard conversations because it's going to happen. And that's just going to put less stress on your loved ones when it comes to the financial part of it. And they can have that time to really grieve and process that loss. Need to really, really do better. We should not have to be in this same place that we've been in for generation and generation and generation and generation. That's another thing. That's another generational curse that needs to be broken. We need to get better, a lot better. We need to be able to talk this out, let everybody know what's going on. And these days, since people are really good at using social media and doing all this Googling and this and that, you can go online and Google the proper paperwork you need to put in place. You don't need to get a lawyer. You can Google these different policies, these different titles of papers, your power of attorney, your will, all this stuff, whatever you need, you can Google it, so many different things. You Google this stuff and you sit down with your loved one and you go over that and you sign it, they sign it. Yeah, you're going to have to pay to go get it notarized because, back in the day, you can go get a policy on someone. They didn't even have to know about it. You can go get a policy and you sign their name and you get this policy. They don't even know about it. But the insurance company has gotten stricter when it comes to that. But you can prepare yourself by printing off, these different titles that you need, different paperwork that you need while your loved one is in their right state of mind and everything. And you discuss all that information and you write down on there who's going to be over what do you want to happen, and all this kind of stuff. So if you have different types of things, then it's right there, and you'll have that paperwork to do it, and to take care of it. Your house, your car, your land, your personal items, whatever it is. Print that paperwork off, get one for yourself, get one for your children, however many children you have. Sit down, have a day when they all come over. You sit down, you tell them this is where everything is at. This envelope contains everything you need to know when something happened to me. All you need to do is come in the house, get this envelope, and it has all the information in it. We need to do better, guys. We definitely need to do better with preparing for death as we do, as we prepare for anything else. People be saying, well, insurance policies cost too much. It's not going to cost you any more than preparing for a vacation. It's not going to cost you any more to prepare for any type of event you want to go to. It's not going to cost you any more than what you're paying for your different monthly bills, your car insurance, your mortgage, your credit card bills, anything, buying food, going out eating every week. You need to do this. You need to think about your loved one. They're going to be so stressed out and going through so much, and then they going at each other with who can pay this, who can pay that, and it gets to be too much and too overwhelming. So we need to do better with preparing for death as we do for anything else. It's not a subject that we like to talk about, but it is a subject that's going to happen. There's no ifs and buts about it. It is going to happen. So we need to prepare your loved ones. You're not preparing yourself because you're going to be going, but prepare your loved ones so that they can just sit back and have that process as easy as possible when it comes to that financial part. You know, everybody's going to grieve in their own way, and it takes a little time. But when it comes to that financial part of it, they don't have any headaches. They don't have to do anything but walk in, boom, bam, here it is. This is what we're going to do. Done. It's done deal, and it's over with. Okay? All right, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there, give you a little something to think about. And because it's something that we all going to have to walk through it, lay through it, or whatever you want to transition through it, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go through it regardless. So think about it and, you know, have a conversation. The holidays is coming up. You know, you don't want to put a dark shadow over your holidays, but you might can set aside just a few minutes if your family and your children are coming around and just have that conversation. It don't have to be a long, drawn-out conversation. You can get in and get out and be done with it and then get back into the good part of it, okay? Good part of your holidays, okay? All right, guys, y'all have a great day. Granna's about to get up out of here, and I'm going to check you out next time around.